Jace, I'm going to sleep soon. You're not home yet?
I'm sorry. I'll be back on the last train, so it will take a bit more time. You can go to sleep first.
You said that, but you didn't come home until morning the other day. Are you drinking tonight?
Yeah.
That's been happening a lot lately, and your overtime hours are increasing. Can't you reduce your drinking parties a bit?
I can't help it. There are various social obligations associated with work. There are times when I want to go home, but I can't.
But you don't drink alcohol, do you, Jace?
Even if I can't drink, I have to attend because it's part of my job.
But if you come home in the morning several times a week, you'll ruin your health. You're not that young anymore. I think you should take better care of your health. You already have a lot of overtime.
I'm okay. I know my body best. I'm getting plenty of rest, so it's okay.
If you're taking a rest, I think you should finish your work earlier and sleep comfortably at home.
Are you particularly confrontational today? I'm working hard for you, Claire.
I understand, but you've been sleeping at home less and less lately. I'm worried.
If you're worried, can you not nag me like this? It just adds more stress.
I'm sorry, but Jace, you've not been replying promptly lately, have you? When I can't reach you, I get worried. That you're being forced to drink and have passed out, or that you've had an accident.
You understand because I'm always late lately. You don't need to worry unnecessarily.
But I still worry.
Okay, I'll try to be more in touch from now on. Is that okay?
Well, but I still think you should rest more at home. You often leave the house even on your days off, right? You won't be able to recover.
You're right. Then I'll relax at home on my next day off.
Really? Then I'll make a lot of nutritious food you like.
Yeah, thank you. And I'm sorry. I was harsh even though you were worried about me. I might be tired after all.
It's okay. I know you're working hard. But you need to take better care of yourself. After all, I'm working too. Don't overdo it.
Understood. I'll try to come home as early as possible.
Yeah, be careful coming home. I've prepared the bath for you. Hey, Jace. I was checking our bank account just now. It seems that $210,000 has disappeared from our savings since we got married. Do you know anything about this? If not, I'm going to the police right away.
Sorry, that was me.
I figured. What is this? What do you mean?
I'm sorry, I'll explain later.
What do you mean by later? Where are you now?
I'm outside.
I know that. I mean, where are you and what are you doing? The money seems to have been withdrawn yesterday. Did you possibly use that money for something?
No, that's not it. Well, that's not entirely true.
Please explain right now. Today is a holiday. You can come home, right?
Sorry, I can't come home yet.
So, what on earth are you doing? Please explain properly.
I'm at my parents' house now.
Your parents' house? Why?
Actually, my mom got sick. We need money for her hospitalization and surgery. So I took $210,000 from the account.
What? Your mother got sick? Why didn't you tell me?
Sorry, my mom asked me to keep it a secret, so I couldn't tell you.
But I was getting regular messages from your mother. She was saying that she's doing fine.
She didn't want to worry you, Claire. It seems like it's a disease that can be cured with hospitalization and surgery. Please act as if you didn't hear this.
That's fine, but...
Recently, you were away from home even on holidays, because you were going to your parents' house. I'm really sorry for keeping it a secret.
So that's what it was.
But I think I won't have to go for a while after this time.
Does that mean your mother is going to be hospitalized?
Yeah, that's it.
But don't we need to visit her when she's hospitalized? I think there might be things she wants us to bring. Wouldn't it be better to bring her some supplies?
No, that's fine. I'll do that on weekdays.
You, who are busy with work? Wouldn't it be better if I helped? You have overtime work. You won't be able to visit during visiting hours, right?
No, I can manage. My mother hates to bother others the most, so I have to cooperate with her there.
I know I've only known your mother for about 2 years, but isn't it harsh to call her other people?
Sorry, I misspoke. Anyway, I don't want to bother you, Claire. My mother also says she doesn't want to be a burden.
But I can't just do nothing, can I? Besides, during her hospitalization, wouldn't it be better if we cooperated and took care of your mother's needs?
I appreciate your feelings, but I want to respect my mother's wishes. Well, I've already caused you trouble with the money. I hope you can pretend you don't know.
I'm still not quite convinced. I'm worried. So when you come home, let me hear a little bit more about it.
What specifics? I told you what I know.
I want to hear the name of the disease, the hospital, etc.
What are you going to do with that information?
What do you mean by what are you going to do? Is it okay to ask in case something happens?
Like I said, my mother doesn't want to be known.
I won't tell your mother, you know. I don't see the point in deliberately hiding it.
No, you might feel obligated to ask my mother. I won't tell you.
What's that? Since you used our savings, don't I have the right to ask?
Alright, I'll talk about it later. I'm busy now, so see you later. Claire, sorry to interrupt your work, but I have something important to talk about.
Something important?
I've been made to quit my job.
What?
I'm sorry.
How did that happen?
I was kind of blamed for my boss's mistake.
What's that? So why do you have to quit? That's strange, isn't it?
I know it's strange, but I don't have the power to fight back.
Power to fight back? Well, I see.
I'm really sorry. I'll do the housework from now on. I'll also try to find a new job as soon as possible.
You don't have to.
What? Sure, you're working so we won't be in trouble right away, but I don't want to be dependent on you.
It's not that. I mean, it doesn't matter because we're getting a divorce.
What? Divorce?
Yes.
Why the hell? You're divorcing me because I lost my job? How heartless are you? And don't you know that my mother is also sick and having a hard time?
Don't talk anymore. You're making me mad. I'll stop by to pick up my stuff after work today and leave.
Wait a minute. Are you really going to leave me like this? I'm in pieces and you're just leaving? What about the rent? I'm unemployed.
I don't feel like talking to you right now, so I'm going back to work.
Claire, we'll discuss this when I get home. And I'm not going to accept a divorce. Claire, are you really going to divorce me like this? Please come back.
You said you would contact me when you were ready for a divorce. I'm busy looking for a new home too. I'm currently living in a weekly mansion.
You have to come home. Why don't you come back? You never listen to what I say. As soon as I quit my job, you want a divorce. Am I of no use to you if I can't earn money? You're cold-hearted. How am I supposed to tell my sick mother?
Are you still saying that? You know what? You think I don't know anything?
What?
Didn't you have any clue when I said I wanted to divorce?
What clue? Well, nothing.
You're really shameful for lying to the end. You were having an affair, weren't you?
I wasn't. Why are we talking about an affair?
The $210,000 for your mother's hospitalization and surgery. That's a consolation payment, isn't it?
What are you talking about?
I know everything already. The day you took out $210,000 on your own, the day before I noticed, your mother sent me a picture saying she was traveling.
Huh?
You weren't doing anything for the house. You didn't respond when your mother contacted you. So for about the last year, I've been dealing with your mother.
Is that so? Did you really get a message from Mom?
Yes, I did. And yet, your mother is sick. And it's strange that she's traveling and going home. I asked your mother immediately. She said she wasn't sick.
No, that's not it. My mother is hiding her illness from you. I think you're lying.
You're the one lying, aren't you? I'll only talk with you when my lawyer is present. Your mother also said she would be there. You really did something stupid.
I'm sorry, the illness of my mother is a lie.
Are you finally admitting it?
But I really did lend the money.
To whom?
A friend.
Which friend?
A person you don't know.
Even if I don't know them, will you tell me? And give me their contact information. I want to verify.
No, I don't want to bother them. They're really sick and in the hospital.
Even if they're in the hospital, they should be able to communicate, right? I've lent $210,000 from our savings. I can't trust you if I can't confirm it. You even lied about your mother being sick.
Okay, I understand. I'll tell you later.
When is later? I intend to divorce you now. All that you can do now is to respond to me with sincerity, right?
That's why I said I'll tell you later.
Fine, you've run out of lies, right? You were making up stuff about your mother's hospital and sickness from what you found on the internet. You paid the $210,000 consolation payment to your boss, didn't you? I know that you paid it because you got your boss's wife pregnant and had an affair with her.
Why do you know that?
Because your behavior was strange. I contacted your colleague's wife.
I'm sorry.
You finally admitted it. You've been lying all the time. Do you think there's anyone who wants to live with a man like that?
It's not like that. I was seduced by my boss's wife. I was led astray. I was framed.
Even if you were, by the time you paid the consolation money, you were at fault, right? You were fired not just because of the affair, but also because you were pointed out for using company expenses for personal use. What are you really doing? You're too despicable.
Claire, I'm sorry. I truly regret what I've done this time. But I desperately lied because I didn't want to hurt you. Because the one I truly love is you. It was a lie to protect you.
The reason you lied was not for me, but for yourself, right? Do you remember what you said when I left the house? You blamed me for being heartless and you insulted me terribly, didn't you? Where were you protecting me in that? You just hurt me.
I did say too much at that time. But I was desperate not to break up with you.
You didn't want to break up with me for the money, did you? You paid the consolation money. Your savings decreased and you lost your job. And if you get divorced, there will be a property division and you will lose money, won't you? Ask the people around you who is a cold-hearted one.
I'm sorry. I won't have an affair anymore. I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
I don't know if I can forgive you, but it would have been better if you had honestly told me everything. But you just kept telling stupid lies to not make yourself the bad guy. I'm really disgusted and speechless. Sorry, but I have zero trust in you. No matter what you say, it's too late now.
People make mistakes, don't they? I just happened to have an affair. I finally understood how serious it is.
Blame yourself for lacking imagination. And don't push the responsibility of your failure onto others. You betrayed me, hurt me with lies. And when I said I wanted a divorce, you were the one who criticized me as if I were the bad guy. I have no intention of getting back together with you.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
It's too much to apologize for. I'll get back the consolation money for the affair, the property division, and the money you used on your own.
I don't have that kind of money.
Then either take out a loan or choose an installment plan. Well, ask your lawyer for details. I'll be going to the discussion soon, so ask then.
Please, Claire, don't abandon me. It was you who always worried about me, was kind to me, and supported me, wasn't it?
You are the reason why the kind me chose to divorce. The kind wife I used to be isn't here anymore. It's because you turned me heartless. After that, I had a discussion about divorce with my husband, my lawyer, and my mother-in-law. My husband was grumbling about not wanting the divorce until the end, but during the discussion, he was battered by mother and eventually he gave in, and we were able to divorce. The remaining savings of the couple were taken as compensation and proper distribution to me, and the insufficient part will be paid in installments. Since then, my husband has been trying to find another job, but whether the company had been pulling strings, he could not find any job in the same industry and is now doing a completely different job. And the wife of the boss, who was the affair partner, also decided to divorce, and I heard that my husband was being pressured to remarry by the ex-wife of the boss. However, my husband does not want to remarry, and discussions for the future are still ongoing. I'm not interested in what will happen, but it's all a result of what my husband did. I hope he takes responsibility and behaves like an adult. Since then, I have found a new place to live alone and have started a new life. That being said, for several months up to the divorce, my husband was often not at home, so my life may not have changed much. However, the frustration, anxiety, and despair I felt in my married life are now gone. I have anxiety about whether I can love someone again, but for a while, I'm not going to think about difficult things, and I'm going to take care of myself and live each day. And I plan to have more fun and fulfilling days than my ex-husband.
Phoebe,
Hello, Mom. What's going on?
it took you 2 minutes to reply to my messages. Why?
Oh, I apologize. This is work hours. I can't be seen on my phone for long.
I know you're not truly sorry. You're just saying that to placate me. Well, I didn't chat you up to scold you about your attitude to me. Although that is something I must sit you down and talk to you about one of these days. The reason I chatted you up is because I found a new job opportunity for you. Isn't that just marvelous?
What? But I'm not looking for a new job.
Of course you're not. Because you've been brainwashed at that workplace of yours. That's why it's my duty as your mother to find one for you. And I did.
What are you talking about?
I submitted your CV at Mistas Corp. You know the company, right?
Yes, I do. It's a conglomerate and they are worth hundreds of millions.
So you know. Phoebe, you need to be working at a place like that. Imagine the opportunities it would open up for you. The people you'll meet, the places you'll go, the benefits.
Mom, I can't work at Mises Corp. I already have a job here at Brighton's Tech.
Blah. That excuse of a job you have. Don't even mention it when I'm bringing up serious workplaces like Mistas Corp. Anyway, before I lose my train of thought, Mistas Corp's hiring manager loved your CV and they've invited you for an interview that's being held a week from now. You're welcome.
How come you even had my CV to submit in the first place?
I have my ways. It's a secret.
You took it from Dad's laptop, didn't you?
Yes. How did you figure that out so quickly?
Dad is the only one in the family who's seen my CV before, and he likes when I send him updated ones.
Whatever, that's between your father and I. Make sure you don't forget to attend the interview. I'll keep reminding you so you won't miss it.
I can't go for an interview on that day. I have work to go to.
Ew, your job again? Hearing about it makes my ears bleed. I don't care what you do. You must be at that interview. You have to listen to me and do as I say for your own good. How much would you even get paid at that job of yours? A measly $2,000, isn't it? This new job pays $3,000. When you get it, because you have to, you can support us at home a bit. What's the use of still living with your parents at your ripe age of 30 years old if you don't contribute to the bills?
Is that what this is about? But I contribute to the bills, and I even give you pocket money.
You call that change you give me pocket money? Oh, please, stop joking. Get a better job and start giving me some real money. Do you understand?
Mum, Mises Corp has a difficult working environment. I have friends who work there and they're constantly complaining about the workload they have to take on. They work overtime often. Believe it or not, that salary that they're offering is a scam. The person who gets that job will have duties that deserve way more pay.
When did you become such an expert on salary and duties? That doesn't matter to me. What's at stake here is more money. Get that job, make more money, and I'm happy. It's simple.
Don't you care about the long hours and overtime I would face? Don't you care I would be literally married to that job?
At least you'll be married to something instead of prancing about in your singleness.
Mom, I'm up for promotion. When I get it, my salary will increase and I'll be able to give you more pocket money.
You've been saying that for months. I've waited long enough. You better attend that interview, or else.
Mom, are you there?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, thank goodness. I've been trying to reach you. You're not picking up your calls or replying to your text messages? Where are you right now?
I'm at some fancy restaurant uptown. I just had lunch with my girls.
Your girls?
You know them. Cheryl, Margot, and Tiffany.
Oh no. We've talked about this, Mom. You can't be hanging out with women like that often.
Why not?
Because you spend a lot of money when you're with them and you don't even realize it.
What's wrong with spending a lot of money when I'm with my friends?
You took Dad's card, didn't you?
So what if I took my husband's card? His money is my money. I can spend it however I want. I don't even know why I'm enduring this conversation. Why are you talking to me like I did something wrong? It's not even your money.
You're right, Mom. It's not my money. It's money for the house. We need it to pay for utilities. But you've gone and spent everything on only God knows what.
Excuse me, young lady. I went out with my friends on a much-deserved shopping spree and spa date. Then we had lunch. That's it.
We don't have money to spare for shopping sprees and spa dates in highbrow areas of town where I'm sure you're at. Mom, those ladies you hang out with are loaded. Their husbands make millions of dollars annually. All of our combined earnings in this house barely scratches the surface. You can't be spending like they're spending. That's why Dad and I don't like when you hang out with them. You end up spending more than you're supposed to because you want to belong.
Did your father put you up to this? He couldn't tell me himself, so he sent you, his loyal advocate?
It's not like that.
But it is. You're trying to make me feel bad for enjoying my life. I won't. It's my right to enjoy my husband's money, especially since I worked hard to raise 2 children.
Exactly. You have 2 children, me and my older brother, Tyrell. Dad's working, I'm working, but Tyrell hasn't worked in over half a year. Not even part-time jobs. Shouldn't you ask him for money so that he would be inspired to get a job? That would bring more money into the family too, and you can enjoy it.
Don't talk bad about your brother. It's not his fault that he got laid off.
I know, but shouldn't he be trying to get a new job at least?
My baby boy needs to rest after the hardship he endured at his old job. When he's done resting, he'll find something. I'm sure of it. Besides, your dad and you are working. Stop complaining so much as if you are the one who pays the bills. It's your dad. Someone who hears you will think you're the one.
I pay many bills too, Mom.
Oh, really? What might those be? I haven't noticed. Is it with the peanuts you earn that you pay those bills with? It's not like they can pay for anything that's worthwhile. That's why I found a better job for you. Attend that interview, get the job, and actually pay bills that matter. Until then, don't you dare talk to me again about what I can or can't do with my husband's money.
Hello, sis.
Hey, big brother.
So, I've given a lot of thought to this, and I've come to the conclusion that it's just what I need to get me out of the slump.
I'm not really following.
I need to go on vacation. I know that once I'm there, I'll be hit with a burst of energy and inspiration. Then I'll return a different person.
Okay, that sounds interesting. You should go for it.
I know, right? I knew you'd understand me. So, the vacation would cost 2.5 grand.
That's a little pricey, but if it's what you want, go ahead.
Aw, thank you so much. When would you wire me the money so I can start making preparations?
Whoa. Hold it right there. What?
You agreed with me that the vacation's a good idea, so that means you're in support, right?
You already decided it's a good idea and you came to me to affirm that, right?
Why are you turning this around on me?
Well, you started it.
It's about the money, isn't it? You don't want to give it to me?
You sound as if I owe you money. I don't.
But you make some good money. Can't you share it with me?
If you ask nicely, I might think about it.
Okay, fine. Can you please loan me 2.5 grand?
With no guarantee that you'll pay it back?
Come on, you know I don't work.
Whose fault is that?
Phoebe, are you gonna give me the money or not?
Tyrell, I don't have any money.
You're lying, I just know it.
How can you accuse me like that? Between the both of us, if there's a liar, it's you.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're the one who has no added responsibilities because you live at home with us. You receive your monthly salary and you do with it as you please.
Is that what you think? That I use my salary as I please?
Of course! What do you pay for at home? Dad pays for everything, so you must have a lot of savings.
Newsflash, I don't have any savings. Do you know why? Because I pay for a lot of things at home. I don't even take myself out to dinner because I can't afford it.
That's not true. You're saying all these so that you won't give me money.
I wish that were true. I wish I had savings tucked away somewhere and I could stand here and bluff, but this is my reality.
Your job really must pay peanuts. No wonder Mom has been on your neck about that upcoming interview. You should get another job that pays you more money.
My job isn't the problem. It pays well enough. Problem is that I have too many dependents and they can't even cut down on their excessives.
You're talking about Mom, right? Because I know that I don't spend all that much.
But you have the appetite of a whale, and a ridiculous amount of money goes into replacing groceries day in and day out. Why can't you just get a job and spare me all of this trouble? You weren't laid off from your old job like you told our parents. You were fired because you were slacking on your duties. You lied to our parents so they could feel pity for you and keep respecting you.
Did you expect me to tell them the truth? Stop it. You're nagging right now, and it's not attractive.
Then please, get a job.
I will, okay? I plan to. Being a man is hard and a lot of pressure. I want to chill for some time first.
Okay, suit yourself.
So, I've got exciting news that I'm sure you would love.
Good evening, Mum. Can't it wait until I get home?
Absolutely not. Now, listen to me. The other day when I was out with the girls...
It was yesterday.
What?
Yesterday was when you went out with your girls.
Oh, whatever. In any case, we were talking and I brought up the fact that you were single and lonely.
I'm not lonely.
Yes, you are. Now keep quiet. I need to finish up what I am trying to say. They spoke of a wealthy businessman who's in need of a wife and thought that it'd be fun to set up the both of you on a blind date.
Ugh. Blind dates again? I'm not going.
What do you mean you're not going? You have to go. It wasn't easy for me to set this up.
This is the 5th blind date you're making me go on. In the others, your ideal candidates for my husband were men old enough to be my father.
Oh, please, you're exaggerating. They are distinguished gentlemen, and they have a lot of money. Don't get me upset. You must attend that blind date and make sure that this time it's a success.
Mum,
I won't entertain any of your stupid excuses. The date will hold on Saturday, and you better be there. Don't you know that when you marry a wealthy man, you'll be elevating our entire family? Your father would soon be retiring. He needs to have a comfortable retirement and a load off his back.
are you saying that I'm a burden to Daddy?
Yes, you are a huge load on his back. He's always worried about you. Just get married or move out of the house instead of being here and being a freeloader.
Mom, I support our family a lot.
LOL, you wish. I am quaking in anger as I'm writing this. Phoebe, how could you do this to me?
Hey, Mom.
You don't respect me as your mother. If you did, you would have gone for that job interview. Now someone else got it. They were hired on the spot.
That's great news for them. Wow, I'm happy to hear that.
You're so strange. How can you be happy about something like that? That job was meant to be yours. Do you hear me? But you didn't attend the interview, and you allowed it to fall into someone else's lap.
Mom, you're overreacting. I think you should calm down.
For what? I won't calm down, and don't you dare ask me to. You're so lucky I'm out. If I were home, I would have called you on the phone and yelled at you thoroughly.
I told you that I had to work and I won't be able to make it for the interview.
What about the blind date? You didn't attend it either. What were you doing on Saturday evening because you weren't home?
Oh, I had to go somewhere else.
Somewhere else? Where could that place be that's more important than your blind date? You stood that gentleman up and made me, who set it up, look like a fool. It would have been better if you had at least shown your face, but you didn't. Now you've ruined all the plans I have for trips, events, and outfits. What are you going to do about it, huh?
Why not find a job or a rich wife for your son? Tyrell needs all of it. I don't. I keep telling you that I don't have a problem, but you won't listen.
Tyrell is not your business. Don't stick your nose where that doesn't concern you.
But Tyrell is my business. He lives at home, watches Netflix all day, eats all the food, and doesn't lift a finger to even help out with chores. Forget about making money. How about helping out at home?
You're no different from him because you go to work, if that's what you think. You don't contribute anything. And for these acts of disobedience you've shown me, I will punish you. Just wait and see.
Mom, I just got home from a 3-day conference and there's a for sale sign in front of the house. What's this about?
You're back already, I see.
Yes, I am. The house is empty. Where did all of you go?
We moved to another place without you.
You're joking, right? This is some kind of prank, right?
It's not. You better hurry and move your things out of there. I plan to sell the house soon.
Where would I stay? Do I come to the new house?
LOL, you're so funny. Don't even dream of it. This place is a no Phoebe zone. I'm never telling you the address. It would interest you to know that I moved into Cheryl's neighborhood.
Isn't she one of your rich friends?
Exactly. Her neighborhood is so much nicer than that old place. It's meant for rich people. The house has a swimming pool, a cinema room, and a great view of the mountains. You'll miss out on all these because you refuse to listen to me. This is your punishment for not getting that job and going on the blind date.
Wait a second. How are you able to pay for that house?
It was easy. I used our family's emergency fund to make a down payment. When we sell the old house, the money will pay for the year's rent. Your dad can pay the subsequent rents, or even Tyrell. By next year, he should have gotten a lucrative job that can pay the rent too.
You're counting on Tyrell? That's rich.
Don't be rude. This is why we left you behind.
Does Dad know of your plans?
Of course. Now, what would you do? You don't have any money to pay rent. You'll be homeless, LOL. Serves you right. You're such a deadweight, and a good-for-nothing who doesn't make enough money and won't marry a rich man. In fact, I disown you. You no longer have a mother and a family from this day going forward.
Do you truly mean this?
Of course.
What a relief. Thank you so much.
Huh?
I'm free. A day has come when I can live my life without my family holding me down.
You should be begging me for forgiveness and pleading to do anything I say so that you can come here. You're broke. You don't have anything. You'll live on the streets.
LOL.
Phoebe, I need your help.
Hey there, Regina.
What? I'm your mum.
I don't have a mom or a family anymore. I was disowned.
You know it wasn't that serious. I was joking. That's all. Let's wake up, okay?
Why are you getting in touch with me?
It's rent. I don't understand why your father and brother have no money. It doesn't make sense. And we haven't been able to sell the old house. Your dad keeps coming up with different excuses why he's unable to do so. I suspect foul play.
Actually, the truth is, I own the old house. It was in my name.
What? How is that possible?
Dad's company was downsized 5 years ago, and he lost his job. He had to plead for a lowly position of a gatekeeper. He didn't want to tell you. Dad could no longer pay for the mortgage. Luckily, I was already working. So we had the mortgage contracts rewritten in my name, and I spent these past 5 years paying it off. Also, I've been paying all the bills and covering for Dad ever since. He barely makes up to $1,000 a month. And Tyrell lied to you. He was fired from his company because he was lazy. Currently, he's choosing not to work.
Oh no. This is bad. We have to return to the old house. We can't afford it here. Thank goodness it hasn't been sold yet.
Uh-oh. I already sold the house.
What? What are we supposed to do now?
You wanted the house sold, so I sold it and it works in my favor.
Why didn't I realize that it's you who held the purse strings all along?
That's what I've been trying to tell you, but you weren't listening to me.
No wonder your dad kept asking when you were coming when we moved. He had seemed so uncomfortable.
Right. So, I have to go now, or else I'll be late for work.
Don't go.
We'll talk later.
I confirmed from your father and Tyrell that everything you told me this morning is true.
Of course it's true. What do I stand to gain from lying?
I had sincerely hoped you were pulling my legs. I am so scared that I may have ruined my life.
I'm sure you have done more damage than you usually do. You'll be fine.
Phoebe, give me part of the money you've got from selling the old house.
No, it's my money and I don't want to share.
Stop acting like a child and help me out.
Okay. I will give you part of the money if you can pay me back right now for all of the bills I've covered in the last 5 years, including the ones you spend when you hang out with your girls.
That was your money too?
Yeah, it was. Now you understand why I was so upset.
But I'm your mother. I gave birth to you. Can't you just part with all of it?
I already have. You brought it up by asking I give you part of the money from the house sale.
So where are you living now?
In a penthouse, out of state.
You're out of state?
I finally got that promotion after closing a major deal. My company put me in charge of a new branch here. Also, they raised my salary by 5 times. I used to make $4,000 per month, not $2,000 like you thought.
Oh my goodness. You have a lot of money. Please, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. Say you'll forgive me?
I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Goodbye. The last I heard, my family moved into a tiny apartment. Regina suddenly started nagging her beloved Tyrell, and he had to get a job. She can no longer spend since there's no money, and she kept reaching out to me to make up. When she saw it was futile, she started saying bad things about me to anyone who would listen. She says I abandoned my family to live a comfortable life by myself. Dad finally got fed up with her and asked her to shut up. He regrets not standing up to her sooner. He made her get a job as well. As for me, for the first time, I'm living life on my terms, and I'm dating someone I actually want to. He's likable, and we'll see where this goes.